Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video we will have a look at a Primary Arms red dot. This model is the MD-RB80. So that's the name of it. It's basically a rather compact, small red dot that is fully adjustable, has two night settings as well. Primary Arms is really well in optics. The quality of those made in Asia products are really well, and the design, the ideas that goes in it are really well. So I like to use Primary Arms on quite many of my builds and firearms. This one is in FDE. You can get them in different configuration, different colors. This one has a 2 MOA dot, and we see there the turret click to adjust it as well. There we have some more specifications. The battery life is really important, so they give it with 50,000 hours. It's still great to have spare batteries, but the life of it is really well. And we have there the last side of it. SLX is the series of red dots and optical sights that they do, different models. The box is really well. It's a really sturdy box, so nothing should get damaged. Inside it comes in a plastic, and then we have the padding there, really nice and well made, also for storage. We have a manual that comes with it. There is some Loctite screw safety, then a cleaning rack, and we also have Allen wrench. Those Allen wrenches, I always leave them in the box just with it. Usually they are relatively easy lost, and they have a special size, blah blah blah. So what I did is I got, with all the different sights, I got me those, and that is exactly the size that we need for this sight. So I drilled a hole into the flag there and just put a ring on, and then some paracord. So we have those together. That's the most common used sizes that we need to adjust. We also have a flat one. Just saying, it's, for me it's easier to deal with it like that. So we have the tools ready, say on the range, instead of losing a small piece like that. As we look at the manual, we quick want to have that on the video too. We're not going to look in detail about it, but if you need the manual, you have it on the video, and you can stop it to look about it. That's it. Now this one did not come with that black tall mount for use on a R15. It came with just a flat mount. It has the usual pattern, both of them of course, so the red dot will go on any mount with that usual pattern that they use, and the screws did fit as well and all that. So that was on the red dot itself. The black one, I think, was from a 6-hour optics. I had that left over, and because that goes on a R15 build, it gets painted and then goes on that R15 build. I needed a higher mount than this, but you can swap the mounts. Sometimes you can order, they deliver it with the high mount and the low mount. I had that too. This one came only with the low mount, was a bit cheaper, that's why I got it. Also in FDE. I don't need FDE, it's gonna get green camouflage painted anyways, so that doesn't matter. And I had that mount that I know will fit, so all worked out really well. So what we have is a rubber protector, and then the typical deal of a red dot sight that it is how it is nowadays. We have the top and the side part for adjustment, so that you aim and you hit what you aim. We have on top really well the screwdriver tip, so you can adjust the part there really well. So you don't need to look for a screwdriver. Of course it has an O-ring watertight barrier in it too on both of them, and the battery part too. The battery part is as usually the upper part, the end part of the big adjustment knob. I quick open that. You can use a coin on that big slot there. The big slot is made for a coin, and that is how that looks. We have also a rubber O-ring there, and we have the typical battery, in this case a 2032 there, comes with it. There was no plastic part in it to be removed, that did work, had power from the start, so that is how that is. Simply screw that back on, and then it gets a bit tighter because of the rubber O-ring. So I need to reach a bit around the camera until it's flush, and that's all what it is. Then we have, from this side we see it best, we have 0 there, that silver aluminium color part is the level, and we have 0, it's off. And then unfortunately we can't go directly to 11, we have to go the other way all around. That's quite likely because of night vision and all that would not blind them too much. So we have the night vision 1, night vision 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Let's put it on 9, all the way to 11 it goes. Now we have on 9, and let's see, yeah, there it is, the dot. Typical round dot, we have no surrounding rings or anything, it's just a simple dot in the middle, really easy to see, nothing special. I quick gonna go on 3. Now that quite likely not gonna show up on the camera how that would be in nature, how that would be in reality, but it gives you a bit of impression for sure. There we have night vision 1 and night vision 2. So the night vision settings are of course really dim. Usually here I use it by about, I would say about 7 or 8, usually 8 the setting, and that works really well here. I like red dots better than green dots because I live in the middle of a jungle here in North Georgia, and everything is pretty much green, so a green dot, especially one that would not be that bright, would not show up too well. So I usually go with red dots, so that we see that firsthand where the dot is and all. The build quality is outstanding, I would say. Aluminium with the caps, the adjustments protected with caps and all that. The part here is relative easy to adjust. You can always give it a bit of oil too, that's what I do. Relative easy to adjust there and with that long battery runtime, basically on the range or when you shoot, you can leave it on, just turn it off prior you leave the range, and you should always have spare batteries anyway. So yeah, there's some more information engraved on it, and as I say, this one gonna get painted. Some parts gonna get taped off, masked off, and then it gets painted. So the bigger part, we have a smaller part and a bigger part. The bigger part goes in front, smaller part goes over the back there, and that's how that simple cover gonna look like. That is mainly if you put it in storage about dust, maybe in the rain and all that, you know, if you have a really bad weather, snow and all that, that would help. So far those rubber things did last relatively good in my use. They are for sure not the most durable solution, but so far they worked out pretty well for what it is. But flip-up covers would be for sure better. That's a possibility that you have to select. So that much about the Primary Arms MD RB AD Red Dot sight.